I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Never know coming today? I don't know, she had a message. She didn't must have, I said, I didn't see an email or anything, but normally she lets us know. Right. She doesn't usually present everything right the first one.
Has everybody looked at the minutes?
I don't even
Haven't got that far.
Hey, how about I print them?
Okay. I did.
Sorry, it's the first thing.
No,
And I hadn't seen it.
I hadn't printed them. Not true, I printed them twice.
You know what, Mike? I've got my wife has driven it after before we figured out what we got out of your house. And we moved to your, my car, that's out of your.
Okay, so.
Well,
Thank you.
I still haven't gotten an answer though. I know, so, I don't know what I want to do last. Yep. Okay. What's your address? If you guys want to, we can vote on the financials last so everybody has a chance to look through them.
Okay. Hey,
But
State Board of Accounts.
Yeah.
I get to go through that book to make sure I initial all those.
oh, your internal,
Yes.
internal audit, okay.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was thinking of, I didn't do.
Just so. All right, while you guys are in the
You missed one of the motions.
What I mean?
That one.
Oh, okay, got it. That is the gray house down behind you guys, where they used to have dogs. They've been doing a lot of work on it. It's right off the corner of Curry and Washington. So, while you guys are reviewing those, I'm just gonna talk. So we all got an email for the, no, I can't think, grant timeline. So the document that we need to sign to request the extension for the public opening bid date, release of funds date for the St. Joe Drinking Water Improvements Project. So I'm just gonna read it while you guys are reading. The public bidding documents are to be submitted by February 28, 2026, and the release of funds and authorization to incur costs was to incur by April 30th, 2026. The town of St. Joe is respectfully requesting a 3-month extension of these completion dates as follows. Bid date from Saturday, February 28th, 2026 to Friday, May 29th, 2026. Release of funds from Thursday, April 30th, 2026 to Friday, July 31st, 2026. The justification for this request is based upon delay in state revolving fund funding, which has pushed St. Joe Water Project to the 2027 funding timeline, thus prolonging the bond closing to mid-July of 2026. Therefore, more time is needed to finalize and close the state revolving bond to fully achieve state revolving fund and overfunding requirement. The bid project release of funds schedule is outlined below. Yeah, I'm done with that. Bid release of fund timeline as follows. 4/7/2026, first bid invitation for bid publication. 4/16/2026, second invitation for bid publication. 4/23 of 2026, pre-bid meeting. 4/24 of 2026, issue 72-hour notice. 4/30 of 2026, opening bid meeting. 5/1 through the 7th, evaluate the bids and create bid tab, done by NERC. 7/15 of 26, close on state revolving water bond. 7/16 of 2026, update local map certificate and submit release of fund documents to Okra. 7/20 through 8/7 of 26, obtain release of funds, sign construction contracts, conduct pre-con, and obtain permits. Week of 8/11/2026, submit construction release documents to Okra and to obtain release to begin construction. It is agreed that all other provisions and certificates of our grant agreement shall remain in full force and effect. And this needs to be signed by Randy because he is our signer for Okra. Do you have a copy of this, Randy?
Yeah. I was reading the PDF of the one she sent out last week.
That's this
Now
one.
that's this one here?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all this is.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep,
All right.
I just need you to sign that.
Do we need to vote on this or?
I would motion just to be, to approve it. Anybody can
Oh,
motion.
sorry. I make a motion that we accept the CDGB,
Grant extension.
bid and release extension request.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is this the one the Porter County wants it? Yeah, that's November. I paid it in summer. But then I had to pick it up. I was just making sure. Oh, hey, I got one. There you go. Thank you, Randy. Do you want a copy to keep for your records or anything, Randy?
I do, yes.
You're welcome. All right. And then, we had read the last reading of the zoning ordinance, at the last meeting. I would like to read it by title only because I would like a signed copy from every individual. That didn't happen last time. So, by title only.
Are you an update? What that was missing
What?
in the minutes? Wasn't there something missing?
Oh,
Yeah,
she's gonna print
I
it.
fixed it.
In that way.
I just need to print
Yeah,
it.
it was just the Robert's Rules of Order, because we motioned to follow that.
It should be printing now. The Town of St. Joe, Indiana, ETJ zoning ordinance, setting the, I'm just gonna read that. Setting the zoning districts. I need you guys to motion.
I'm
Approve it by title only.
a motion that we, approve that ordinance by title only.
I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Sign this and please give it right back to me.
Are they still in there, the meeting minutes?
She's printing a new one.
Yeah, I forgot to add that we were following Robert's rules to the meeting.
So once it's back right away.
Mm-hmm. So, I need this one up here. I suppose if people want to look at
I added it right to where we talked about the first and third money and to follow all Robert rules.
Yep.
How can you do it, Pam? Did you not keep it? Oh, I had one for
Somebody got a
you.
motion to pass that as well, to accept the meeting minutes.
it. All right. So I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes from January 6th, 2026.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's go back to banking. Everybody has separate vouchers, so we're gonna go straight to banking. Okay, where sitting by me is fund for you. Okay. The receipts always need at least initial at the bottom.
This is what I just,
No. No, this is just the receipt. So you just get checks going out, these are receipts going in. Okay, and then you have your fund report somewhere, but there's always one in the back of this, so if you don't have it, thank you, Randy.
and that is, okay. So now there's,
Yeah, you need to make sure it matches. So the shorter one, big two, is always waterworks, so that's, it'll say big two though on the top, okay? So what you wanna do is you always wanna make sure that the number matches and there's a little pinky. This is our trust account. This trust account is our savings account. There's a separate thing in here. So this is our normal banking account, and then the one that looks like this is our investment banking account. So all of those numbers you can check, whatever you want. But you want to make sure that it matches, and then you sign it, and then you need the motion to approve it by this amount, and let everybody know that that's the amount, so they can double check their fund report and it matches. And then somebody needs to second it. Make sense?
yeah.
And then you do the same thing.
So I'll just say I make a motion to this month.
That amount, yep, for bank two.
So I make a motion that we accept the Bank Two fund report in the amount of $226,000 and, $226,217.94.
I second the motion.
Two, okay. And this is water.
That's bank
Always
two.
water?
Right,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
water. Bank two is always water.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Um,
I like that Randy isn't the only one that's needs a reading glasses on.
Well,
So the balance at the beginning of the year on the operating was a negative 8,000 per year.
That's what it says. I can't change that.
Was that one of those auto transfers?
No, that's on your fund report. So every fund report has balance at the beginning of the year and the current balance. This isn't based on your budget. This is how much money we actually have in those accounts. You also have to remember we have money in the.
yeah, well, I mean, you're not there with it.
Not necessarily. There's full floating. Okay, and then, so you signed that one. Now you want to go to your other fund report. That's bank zero, which is your general accounts. You want to make sure all of your numbers match, and then they say the number of the banking out loud, so that way they can check their fund reports also to make sure everything matches. And the same thing, there's investment money here, and that investment account is on the back. And so what these are is anything that didn't pass through in this month. So anything that's pending, like deposits or anything like that. So same thing, you have the Trust Indiana statement that's gonna say beginning balance, end of month balance, and how much income was earned from it, which is in your revenue. But, so this amount right here should always match the amount that is stated on that front, like statement adjustment. So these two numbers, and this one, always need to match. And then this amount and your bank statement amount, your ending bank statement amounts, always need to match.
I don't know.
That's just in there. Huh. But don't pass that one, I'm gonna have to fix it. See why you checked this?
Okay. So we're not doing this one?
No, I'm gonna have to go figure out why it's like $1 something. Yeah, so I need to go back in and fix that and find out what's gonna be on that, so, perfect. So don't pass that, we'll have to do that at the next meeting.
Okay.
See why I double check this?
Yeah.
I was so excited about that when I got it done, wasn't it, Corey?
Oh, is that the one you're hollering about?
The one that I was like, I finally got it. I had, the reason I probably worked so long on it is I had the ending bank balance. So I will need to present our general banking at the next meeting.
That's, bank zero?
Yes.
Okay.
I typed in the ending statement for the month wrong, so I gotta go back in and delete that and completely redo it.
On the water,
Yes,
were we way behind on hourly in December?
I haven't transferred any of the hourly from water for the year. We transferred everything from January at the beginning of the year, but we didn't transfer anything from the water at the beginning of the year. You remember what I'm talking about, where we transferred everything in from the general to payroll, so that way it's reflect a positive balance at the beginning of the year? I didn't do that with the water. It's separate bank accounts. And at the time, we didn't have that funded to do so.
So that's hourly for the year?
No. For this pay period, for the month.
This is for this $4,000.
I don't know what you're talking about, let me look.
I'm looking at this, right? And then up here.
Correct, that's for this month. How much money do you think our employees make?
Well, they're talking about a raise, that's what I'm saying.
That's on the agenda. Or the, no, this is the meeting minutes for the last one.
I
Yes.
have to do
Yeah, I
some
know,
kind of
that's what I was
ordinance or
reading in the
something.
So, what major projects did we have
For what?
for water last month?
We did not.
And sanitation is usually 2,600?
It's that month, I don't know. It's just I found. Every once in a while it fluctuates if somebody adds a bin or something, but it's very little.
So, did you have another quote? It wouldn't be good anymore anyway.
No, I never got
Probably
a
we'll
quote.
have to do it in spring.
No, I never got another quote. It's on Teams, not on YouTube. I figured out what you said.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, I did. I was like, wait a minute,
Okay,
it is
so-
recording.
Did you do a motion for
Yeah.
this too?
Yes, you do.
Um,
You already did the
did
motion on that.
Yeah, okay, so I just need to sign, and he did not read it. Randy?
You don't have to, oh, that's all right. That's fine, I'll just fix it the next time.
How about spelling mistake?
Or do you want it fixed?
Oh, that.
Here, I'll just
It's
fix it.
fine. I don't care. Don't worry
No,
about it.
fix it, we'll
Don't worry
resign
about
it. I think it's the president's part, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's okay, don't worry about it.
The date's fine.
Do we have to do something with this one
This
too?
is
You need to
correct.
review the signing for it.
If he was president at the beginning of the meeting.
That's true. Over there. Yep. There's the one. Did you get that
Yes.
back? Okay. And so I'm approving, or I'm making a motion to approve this.
That is the appropriation report.
Yeah.
You've already done the fund report.
But these go with both of these together.
Correct. So the fund report is the amount of money that we actually have.
Mhm.
This is your budget.
Where it's going and.
Yeah, this
okay.
is what you're allocated to be able to spend and where.
That is why some of it already went in.
Because this is last year's.
Okay, good.
You're in December. You're
Well, I just read it 120 and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's when I
that's
printed
bad.
it. Yeah, so
Okay.
it'll show the date that it's for right here.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I would always ask me if you're not sure because sometimes I make mistakes. I'm human.
okay. Okay. So we're done with that, right? So. What are you doing with this? Supposed to do something with this?
No, it's just a copy so that way everybody has it to view. I think I gave it to you guys last meeting, but I couldn't remember and I found one, so I thought I should just double check
I
it.
don't remember seeing it.
Hey, Andy,
Yes,
can you look at this, please?
yes,
Is it the double or the triple?
no.
No, it was, this one right here.
Okay.
It's got, the sum of those is that number. And in here, we've got that number and that number.
That's because it adds it up on the check,
All right,
so it should have.
all right, we're good then.
Okay,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was just the way it was lined up. It was-
So these are the amounts for each. This
And that's a
is
running total?
Yeah.
It's a running total.
Yep.
All right.
There's a
Makes sense.
couple of them that you were like, I had to like reread them a couple times, so.
Hey, no, I mean,
Yeah, usually there isn't multiple items on the same.
well, I had both invoices and I couldn't see the point. Checks are expensive through our company and I just didn't see the point in doing two.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
So.
So were you guys able to look at the monthly calendar that Randy had sent out?
I saw it, I loved the format, as far as like, as a printable type thing. But there wasn't a whole lot of content on it yet, so.
And the thing was, I didn't know if you wanted a blue trash can for the context.
I think that's super cute.
I thought it was. a good
I mean,
idea.
this is your project, however you wanna do it.
Okay.
We're
I
gonna
love that idea.
put it on the back though, right? To save widgets?
I'm gonna try to, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it looked cool. I
And
didn't.
if we put something for Leaky Hall, the Greenway, whatever, if we think of anything, like a family walk or whatever.
Yeah, the trash cans are
Is
super
that what you
cute.
have in February then? The leafy, or the River Greenway walk?
No, I put it back out there, the titling, so that way if you guys wanna put something in there, okay, well, Jerry.
See, I think mine showed up wonky then because it looked like it was on a date
Here.
in February.
Were you looking at it on your phone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have a
what.
computer yet. If it's, see, it says the River Greenway walk. And then, see, on mine it said right here, Leafy Hall something with Terry Parson.
They just smushed it together.
Oh, yeah.
It's at the top, should be at the top.
So I was like, what are we doing
Oh, well, that's a good question. What do you want to do what are we doing for the community project in February?
I was putting that out there, so if you guys wanted to do something,
Yeah, perfect. And then you would just color it that way, like that's kind of what you're doing? Okay.
yeah, if we're not doing anything, you can take it out.
Okay.
But each month, if it's there,
Oh, okay.
then we can think of things.
That's cool.
Right, so I looked at the vouchers look fine. But you were saying, that the final number didn't line up?
No.
All right.
Yeah, so we're not gonna do the banking for general because and we found the problem.
We're not doing the fund report for Bank Zero,
No.
but we are doing the vouchers?
Yes.
Okay.
I put the ending balance incorrectly, I typoed it, which would be why I spent up till 4 today trying to figure out why I couldn't. figure
You're
out
off by
what was
$1?
wrong with it. Yeah. So it was really great that I had to explain it to Misty so we could catch it. I couldn't figure out why it was taking me why I was having such a hard time with that thing. But no, I love this idea, Randy. I like the little trash cans. I like the little black and the
Be helpful.
blue ones to know when it's recycling.
I just asked my wife. She's got it on her calendar.
I tried to ask and nobody knew and I couldn't get caught up to.
It's
You
okay.
just- I have the whole year there, so if you wanna just grab them and put them to the next month,
Okay.
something like that, if anybody wants to add anything.
Yeah.
So I think
can
that
add.
what we should probably do is try to, at the next meeting, decide what dates and times we want to do stuff, put it on here, and then it's just ready to go.
Ready to go, yep.
Which I'll confirm,
Are
but
we pushing out, are we mailing out, one each month?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just grab and,
Because whenever the zoning planning board gets established, they're gonna have their schedule on there as well.
Yes.
We've already voted on our town board schedule, but the zoning planning board may or may not want to meet every time we meet.
Also, I have reached out, to Susan Sleeper, to let her, I tried to figure out who I need to talk to, so we can get the appointed people from commissioners. So she had responded, and she said that she believes it's hers, but she wanted to double check with some people and then get back to me and make sure who she needed to go through that with.
Out of these, there's only 2 of them that are outside of town.
So, yeah, and then I also reached out, to the head of the Democratic Party to, get some suggestions or some referrals, but I haven't heard anything back from her.
Yeah, there was a lady that
Maddie.
was,
Maddie.
yeah, showed
She's
interest.
Democratic.
So I don't have a way to contact her.
Oh.
I don't, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's on
well then
Pickle
this is
Fest
solving our
22.
problems.
All right.
So I will
So,
ask her about that.
Correct. All right,
If
awesome.
she's, still serious about wanting to do it?
Yeah, we do have, our meetings next week, so I will ask her about that.
And then I was reached out to by, and I'm looking at my phone for a reason. The head of the Riverdale,
Youth League?
yes. So,
Just in regard to the,
no,
rental
no,
No.
we already proved that.
But they didn't,
parade?
they did it at school
That's
yesterday, or Sunday.
They got ahold of me and I said they need to get ahold of me.
Yeah, and they got a hold of me, they're gonna do it in February.
Okay,
That makes
February.
sense.
A parade in February?
No, a meeting. The meeting that you guys
Cold.
distracted me from. Okay, I got this message. I've been told to talk to you. We want to do a Riverdale Youth League opening day ceremony on April 25th. We want to do a parade. Is there something we can plan out? I said, well, we have a board meeting tonight, and I would present it. And I wanted to know if they knew the route. They're just planning on, Amanda, yeah. They're just planning on going down School Street. It looks like starting from Washington and just to the school. They're going to reach out to the fire department to see if they can get a fire truck for it. And they would be able to contact, they said they would also contact the police department to block off the roads for that section of time.
But they want to start at the fire department?
No,
Not
they
that
have
far?
littles, and so they just want to go from like
Just the
Washington
2 blocks?
to the, yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I told them I didn't think it would be a problem, but I needed to bring it to the board and make sure that there was any conflict with that. So, do you guys have any conflict with that? Are we fine with that? What would you like to let her know? So she gave me a whole, like, literally a picture of the thing. I did not get a chance to print it off. This happened just before, but, just right down School Street from Washington.
I make the motion that we approve a to be determined, date in April, to have, the, Youth League parade.
To be determined time, April 25th will be the date.
Saturday, yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
said. That's what I said.
Oh, I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Who is that, Andy? Who's
Amanda Knapp.
now?
Yeah.
She's
I
from
looked
Butler.
I looked at her picture. She got a hold of me on Facebook. I don't know her, but do you want me to like give her your number or something?
I was just
I
on
don't.
the lookout for that name.
Okay, I'll write it down for you. Or actually, I'll screenshot it and text you, okay?
That's fine.
I'll do that.
Bring it up and have discussion.
Isn't that where we're at now?
Yeah. Do we need a, executive session in order to do interviews?
You would, yeah.
Do we want to plan that for prior to our next, meeting?
That's a good idea, yeah.
So,
So I have to put it in the paper, and it has to be, what is it, 10 days? I think it is 10 days. So,
You just have to give them notice
okay,
48 hours before. You don't have to publish anything. If they want to publish that you're having it, but you don't have to pay for a publication. You just
okay,
have to
awesome. Just put it like in my
That's-
window or.
Put it in the
on
window that you're having an executive session, 48 hours.
Okay,
And excluding weekends, and then the newspaper just has to get a notice.
Okay,
I think even an email notice is sufficient.
okay. All right, so, when,
That's all you gotta do.
when did you want to do that?
Can we do it that same Tuesday? Or did you want to do it prior to that?
So you're talking about the 3rd?
I think third, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to do it on the first. I have more time during the day on Mondays than I do on
I'm
Tuesdays
in
and
the
Thursdays.
classroom on Mondays.
All right, if that works.
Randy, do you have
Andy, I
daytime
think
time
you could
available?
also post it
I got up
in the post office.
1:30
Everybody in town,
on Tuesday?
or damn near everybody goes.
Oh,
in
and
and out
then you
of
guys
the
can do it
post
whenever
office.
if you're doing it
I
later,
think
because I'm.
on the front door.
Tuesday at
or something.
1:30?
That's the way I did with the tornado
How long
do
sign
2 o'clock.
last.
Get off.
He won't be here until
Last
2, and I
year.
gotta be back to
And a
school
lot
at
of
2:30
people-
to drive the bus.
Well, I don't know who put that up there, but I'm
Yeah.
sure glad they did, I know where it was
So
going
when could you
on.
get here before the meeting?
And I just think post office being.
Not-
5 o'clock?
I make my own schedule, so, because,
Maybe can you get here 4:30, 5 o'clock?
So we want to do it that day, the Tuesday, the 3rd.
I mean, we could do it, after your bus route is done on, Monday?
Okay, well,
Nope, I gotta drive a game.
oh my goodness.
Never
that scares
again.
me when
Yeah,
people
I'm
do
sorry.
that. No, that's okay. What is your availability?
I think she's not here.
Well, of course, that week, but that's all I have. I mean, I drive on Wednesdays and Friday nights too,
Okay.
so
So if we could do something Tuesday right before the meeting, or is that the best date time for you guys, or didn't everybody be
The
available?
Friday before that is also.
Okay. All right. So you want to have an executive meeting? We'll double check schedules and then let me know, and then I will post it.
All right.
I don't think, so that's fine, okay. Also, 603 Washington has presented plans for their house. I'm gonna have Missy explain it to me because the drawing is new to me.
I don't know, you do this. This is where we put the dog fence in the back.
Yep.
This is where my little structure is.
Okay.
And we did the 89 and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, so this is just the picture I need for the previous meeting.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing something different.
No,
That's
no,
why
no.
it's confusing.
Nope, I just
Forget it.
couldn't find his picture.
That was from before when
Sorry.
we had approved it and she didn't have her picture. I'm gonna put that with my meeting notes. Did you guys do the vouchers?
Yes,
Okay. No,
we did not,
you have not approved the vouchers.
give that approved vouchers.
Okay. So, on here, there's a running total at the bottom on each one.
Okay.
So you just have to motion, say the amount, the blue's water, general's white.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the water in $10,973.91,
For which month?
December.
For December. I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
It's weird when you motion, because I put MM. I'm not, that's all.
Okay, so I make a motion that we accept the general vouchers for December in the amount of $20,599.59.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then you guys all sign these, correct?
Yes.
I don't believe I have anything else.
We're good for the discussion around the monthly calendar?
Yes.
For now? All right.
So, at the previous meeting, we had discussed the applicants for the zoning board. I know we don't have everybody, like the county side, and we need to reach out to Maddie. Did you guys review those or have any notes or anything? Okay. And I think that would be a good discussion to have at the executive meeting, so, I will put both of those topics on it. We can't make any decisions, but we could openly discuss. And then you would need to bring it back to a meeting and, nominate who you guys would like to be on that.
But that's above board, right?
You didn't get
What's that?
anybody?
Specifically discussing
Like,
nominations
yeah.
for the zoning planning board, or does that need to be on a different,
I thought a couple people. said-
Non-executive meeting.
Your nomination
She's the
for
only other one?
for the board would
She's
need to
the-
be,
she's
you know, an
public
open
too.
meeting.
right,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could,
interview slash discussion
you might
around,
be able to do an interview of them. I
yeah, that was.
double check that, but
That was the type of content we were talking about, is doing interview type activities on,
yeah, I think you could do an interview of them in an executive, and you'd have to obviously do
the actual,
Deciding.
the side.
the actual motions and everything in the meeting.
I believe so.
All right.
Because it's obviously an appointment.
Yes.
And, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could do a private executive session for interviewing
Yeah, the research that I had done, interviews are specifically what, executive sessions,
Right.
salaries and interviews and
Right.
things that you don't do in public forums.
correct. Yep,
Personnel matters.
correct, yeah.
Randy, did you get everybody about their sewer cap?
I got a hold of a couple of them, but not all of them.
Do you need
I
help?
finally just got the sheet sometime.
What?
The picture of it, that's when I got it, so I talked to a couple, but I haven't talked to everyone.
Oh,
And you're
the
saying-
sewer?
And you were saying there's something still wrong here?
No. So, what had happened
Okay.
was, one of our friends from the sheriff's department utilized this first bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And when they utilized it, they must have flushed it more than once and there was no water in it.
Oh,
And so I come in with the cleaning lady, actually. And when we came in, we were both like, whoa. And she was like, this toilet doesn't have a wire. And I'm checking that because that could be part of it, because it'll come up if there's no water.
well, yeah, the
So-
tree traps there, though, so.
But weirdly enough, the cleaning lady and me both came up the next day, the same, and there was no smell.
Okay.
It was, Monday. I came up Monday and this work while the office was closed. And when I came in, she was in here cleaning and she was like, didn't smell at all. And I was like, okay, so I think it was just because that was left without water in it, personally. So I don't think we have a problem. But I was scared for a minute. No, I'm not kidding. It was really bad in here.
I will, text you guys and I get them
Good.
notified.
But you don't need help or anything, you're good.
No, yeah.
Okay. I didn't
As
know how
long as
many
they're not
people
like-
there. I didn't know
Only
how
thing
much
is-
that-
That was the other applicant that came in and asked if she could still submit that night. I just want to make sure you guys had that too. Be on the up and up on everything there.
Are we currently in the town staff concerns and information?
Yep.
section? I'm still very concerned about 301 Washington. I counted, I think there were 7 vehicles that are parked there. And, several of them are parked like on the neighbor's lawn because they don't all fit in the available space that they have.
What
Like-
house is that?
Michelle's old house.
Okay, yeah. They were parked in the yard?
Yeah. Yeah,
That yard has like a big acceleration even.
the old house there.
Yeah.
It's like backed in, bumper to bumper, side to
You said
side.
Washington.
I did say, I meant Whitney. It's a double.
I'm
okay.
thinking like next door to
I know,
you.
I'm like.
I was completely wrong. Yes, 301 Whitney. I apologize.
We have sent them
Yes.
letters multiple times
She's on
about
Yes,
that.
and I was just gonna bring it up
Too, so-
since we had the town attorney here this time, because that was one of the research subjects that we were talking about previously,
Mhm.
where we have a problem house
Right.
that, but there's been lots of issues in the past, but the continued issues.
Mhm.
And how do we address them in a legal manner?
Well, after you make the demands,
Yeah.
you are gonna have to enforce your ordinance. You're gonna have to take them to small claims or something of that nature to enforce it. If you want to get legal enforcement of it. I mean, unless it was a criminal violation, but I don't think these
It's
things.
not.
I don't think these are criminal
Yeah,
violations.
so you're gonna have to take action to get an order to enforce something. For example, let's say let's say they've got vehicles parked that are, abandoned or something, or.
I
You
can't
can-
tell if they're abandoned, they're just
Yeah, you could
in
get,
various
you know,
states of disrepair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you've got
they
the
are.
ordinance that would allow those to be
And you see it from the
removed
road.
by the town,
No.
but you can't do that without
Can't
getting
go on the property to find
Right.
out.
a judgment.
And they're all
No.
marked backwards.
Backwards?
you know.
Okay.
So you're gonna take legal
So
action to
legally,
do
you can't walk onto the
it, to
property.
enforce that
Yeah.
ordinance.
And in order to initiate that, do we
Can I go
need to
behind
do that in this meeting? Or can the town board president initiate that once we?
Town board president would be authorized to enforce that. Of course, if you direct the town board president to initiate that, that process can start.
I think
Yeah.
we should do the interoperating agreement with the police department.
The other thing about it is if you put a fine on them per day for whatever problem it is,
Well, we've got lots of ordinances
Well,
that specifically
after-
address those things.
after it gets to that point, after you send it to them, that's when you go to small claims court.
So
You
I
have a
think
document.
we've sent them, letters before. I think maybe our next step should be sending a certified letter that they have to sign for.
And attaches. a
And
fine.
that way. then
Fine per
the-
day.
Yeah, the fine per day on it, yeah. And I believe the fine per day is $25. But,
It'll grow fast.
but if you would like me to send a letter that has a fine on it, you need the motion for me to do so because there's money involved. So would you like
First,
That's true.
Yeah,
first we'd have to
That
know
part, you
what
should have
ordinance,
a motion and a discussion if there's gonna be.
Yeah.
we have to know the ordinance and what it is.
Do you know how many
We're
letters
finding
they've got?
for.
No, off the top of my head. They've gotten quite a few letters for different
I
ordinance
know.
violations, but what we're discussing right now, I know they have at least two
2 violations.
letters of consent, yeah.
With fine?
You got to vote to do the fines,
Okay,
to send
so
those
they
letters. So I
haven't
can send them
defined
letters
yet.
all you want me to about the ordinance violations, but if you want a letter sent that includes money, you have to motion for me to send it, and then those fines start once they receive it.
I guess if they've had all these letters and still haven't done anything, then yeah, probably need to find them.
Okay, somebody's gonna make a motion to do so.
I'm just thinking of the words. I'm just thinking of the correct words.
The
to use.
ordinances all state what their fines are. So the ordinance that they are violating already has the fines stated in it. I don't have them memorized, but I would just state that you would, that somebody.
We just need to
motions-
make sure that the one that we're saying is happening. They didn't take care of it.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't been by there, so I don't know.
No, but we've sent them abandoned vehicles and, vehicles in disrepair. It's the same ordinance, but,
Okay.
we've sent those to them twice. I know of for a fact in the last 6 months.
It came to my attention during the last meeting that our ordinance around parking on the sidewalk is also a thing. That they're always on the side, they're completely covering the sidewalk.
Straddle it.
Tom knows to make that correct.
You did, I already think.
Oh, so you already told me?
Oh.
I haven't read those notes. I'm gonna get that check off.
What is the title of the ordinance that they're violating?
Do we need to reference
I do
each and every
have
ordinance in the motion or just?
Just one. I mean, what
Just
we're-
say-
All right, so I make a motion that we initiate the legal proceedings or
You're gonna have her send a certified letter?
for the town secretary, clerk, treasurer to send a certified letter initiating legal proceedings for fines and violations of multiple ordinance.
Ordinance 1801, removal and disposal of abandoned vehicles.
All right, well, that's one of many.
Yes, but that is the one you would like me to send currently
The
with
fine.
fines attached.
The fine.
Because I
Yes.
sent them to the previously. Okay, I will send that. Does anybody need a copy of this to keep or put in their box to hold
Would
on?
anybody like to second that
I
motion?
will second that.
Or amend the verbiage or,
If she's doing it by title and by $25 per day,
Whatever the thing, whatever the actual,
Whatever the ordinance states is
I think it is.
the fines, you can't change the fines that the
Right.
ordinance states. The ordinance states, so let me find them.
Big description.
Charges allowed, that's for towing and services if they don't apply. Penalties, $25 per vehicle per day. Payment shall be due to the clerk treasurer 15 days after the bill is mailed to the owner. If the owner fails to comply with the bill within 30 days, the town may collect the bill in any manner available by law. So $25 a day per vehicle is the ordinance's fees, fines. And they do have a certain amount of time to do so. I usually give them until the next board meeting, which this is a good time to do so, because that's gonna give them.
But if it's
Couple
not
weeks.
taken care of in 30 days, you multiply it by $25 per
Per
day.
vehicle per day.
Per day.
from the day of the notice.
And then you go to small
Yes,
claims.
and I would like to send that notice signed, like a certified letter, so they sign for it. So I get, I would like,
That way you get.
that way they have
Yes.
the notification and then have that 2-week time period to try to take care of that, and then those fines
Did
start.
you write all that down so you can say it again? Then
There's a recording. It's right there.
Does that pertain to anyone, any vehicle on anyone's private property or?
So the way,
Public property or?
so the way that the ordinance is written, and she's got it right in front of her, she wants to correct it, but just in summary, if you have a fenced-in backyard in which you can't see whatever's back there, that's not visible from the road, and the ordinance specifically states visible from the road.
Well, I'm asking about all those cars because I have some cars on the back of my lot that I want to know if I'm violating that, I'm gonna.
No.
It's visible from the road, and somebody's got to file a complaint.
You're not infringing on the property.
But, so,
There's another ordinance that they're in violation of as well, which is the intersection. They're parking too close to the intersection. They're on the intersection. Their bumper's out in the road.
yeah, so they're impeding the road. Okay. Well,
I mean, there's several, but
but
let's go with,
this is the
is it
one I sent.
1801?
1801, ordinance number 1801. An ordinance for removal and disposal of abandoned vehicles. So,
So a motion has been made, and somebody is capable of seconding that motion, or initiating discussion, or whatnot, or amending the motion.
I just want to make sure that
No, I didn't do it.
the title is along with what you said, and the $25 is
correct,
fine.
that is what it says.
And, the certified letter. If those three things are in.
Maybe
I-
just
I
re-motion,
second.
just to make sure. So,
That's what I said.
I'll start over again.
Okay, try it.
I make a motion that the clerk treasurer for the town of St. Joe initiate a certified letter following pursuant proceedings
ordinance
for
1801.
ordinance violations, including 1801 and the associated $25 per day per vehicle penalty associated with it.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye. Get all the points there, right?
Yeah, I think that was the 3 hours
Yeah,
really had that.
and I didn't hear the first time around, so
I didn't.
That's
hear the
easier
second
for
first
me.
time, so
Thank you.
we're good.
Sometimes-
did you
No,
guys
it's
have
good.
anything
Somebody's
else
gonna complain.
that, you wanted to discuss?
That was my list. Am I forgetting something?
No.
You're looking at me like I forgot something.
No. Oh, but I do want to bring up, you guys weren't here, but at the last meeting, we had marked out the hitching post where it was located and stuff. At the, so we had the
On the
public
back.
meeting and then we had our normal meeting.
Big chair.
We did do that at the
Oh,
last meeting,
yes, yes,
so if that
yes.
needs redone or anything, just let me know. The hitching post behind the Curry Building, that location?
There's some blue paint, blue marking paint on the ground. I don't know if the water or the
Yeah.
washed away.
Are
Or
you guys
the
putting that in?
I believe that the Amish folks said that they were gonna put it in, but we were planning on, having the town do all the leveling, of that area to do all the pre-work.
Yeah, that's, I didn't know.
Were you in our
Because-
backhoe?
Because when we had one of the previous,
Were you in our backhoe?
I believe so. And so my understanding from the previous one, and was that the Mark Graber that was here before was very insistent that the post needed to be extremely sturdy and done right in order for anybody to trust their horse being tied up to it. And he had volunteered for the one that was down at the park.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
don't know if we resolved exactly who was gonna put in the actual post for this
Yeah,
one.
I have no idea if Mark Graber, I would be able to talk to him or contact him. I don't know if anybody else has contacts. I have a different group that I would use, that I told him, I said, come up, put mine in, and I said, make sure you would put your biggest horse on it. So-
I'm willing to sponsor, make a motion to sponsor for the one that's on the backside of that, the Curry building.
I'll find out from those guys everything, and then let you know, and then
Yeah,
we'll also see if we can get a hold of Graber and see what they're talking.
Yep.
No.
We should, as soon as we determine that, should be ready to put it in. But I believe as soon as the weather permits, that the actual leveling of that area should be initiated.
Yeah, but I mean, it won't take long for the frost to get out of the ground, it's not too deep.
Yeah.
Even with this right now, we're not super deep though, so it'll be an early spring for them to dig.
So they've got Corey's got some heavy equipment that he might be able to use that doesn't care too much about the frost.
And so I said, nope, you need to go see Angie. You need to give all your specs and all your, everything that she needs. And, okay.
Randy reminded me, the zoning and planning board is 9, possibly 10 people, possibly 11 people. 9 of them actually being on the board, but the BZA officer and the attorney that would be associated with it could potentially boost that up to 11 chairs needed. If you look at this table, we don't have spots for 11 people on it. And
I forgot to put it on the agenda.
yeah,
Thank you.
Randy, thank you for mentioning it. I believe we estimated somewhere around $1,500 or so, or slightly more, for table and chairs, yeah,
My only question is,
and a podium.
what are we taking from? I mean, what account, where we, is it office supplies, or do we have anything like that?
Well, I mean, we have like 4 different types of miscellaneous funds
Okay,
that equal out to about $15,000.
okay.
I mean,
As long as we have one that we can take it from, that's not gonna,
yeah, that shouldn't be a conflict at all.
okay.
That's what it's there for, things we didn't plan on, that we realized that we decided we wanted to do. So, I mean, I need an idea of what you guys want, if you want to do that, and if
And
you
a
want to
podium.
do that.
And I know it didn't quite come up in the conversation around adding it to the agenda, but I was going to mention that I think it was Butler recently redid their AV system so that you had push-to-talk functionality, so that individuals were actually
No, actually, we ended up with an OWL system, and
one of these.
yeah.
Okay.
So it actually works pretty well. We do have a specific microphone that makes them a little louder that focuses on. That's,
Okay.
we didn't really do anything.
So the owl itself was the more expensive version of that, and it actually turns and like follows where the.
Yeah, it's-
Sorry.
And
So spotlight.
the only thing that I had is if we've got the podium and we've got somebody speaking at the podium, that podium could potentially block the sound from clearly being picked up by our existing high-tech solution that we have here. And it would be very important to hear what they're requesting and everything else. And so
Makes sense.
I would add, a solution for that to the proposed motion that is yet to be motioned for.
That sounds like plan to me.
Okay. So, coming to the next meeting, we would have the ones we want to pick out, prices and everything, so we can make a motion on that.
For a dollar figure associated with it.
Right. I think we should have,
Did you
What
not
we're gonna
like
get
the ones
instead
that
of
you
this.
sent?
I didn't know if that was what you guys were ending up with, it kind of, it stopped right there, and I was like,
No, like the,
I just, you told me to send it to me as a reference, so we had an idea.
yeah, it was just to add it to the agenda. That was what the text was for, is just specifically to add it to the agenda. and I referenced the stuff that worked well for my office.
So do we
Which was
want to break it down?
The least expensive, good quality
Do
thing.
one thing, do two things?
I would,
Full price?
I would aim for doing it all in one motion, and so if we can do that pricing like you were recommending, and come back with the estimated dollar figure for all of those items, then we can make a motion for that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like that idea.
But just discussion associated with that.
Yeah.
Seating, or sorry, table, space, and seating for 11, is that appropriate?
That would be what I would think.
And a podium, and
And a podium.
a microphone solution
I don't even
for,
think it has to be anything too high tech. We could just do like something Bluetooth that connected to that's set on that podium so
Yeah.
to pick them up or,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not sure that exists. I'm
right
just
right
saying.
now, we're using Teams, and we could literally just add a second
So are we talking
Teams
7 chairs?
device up there that's push to talk.
Are we talking 7 chairs, because we got these full?
Or do you want them all?
You don't want them all?
That's up to you guys,
Okay.
these chairs work, but the chairs aren't terribly expensive if you're going to be doing it anyway.
Okay.
And as we can see, we frequently need more chairs than we already have.
Yeah. Okay, podium. All right.
Yeah, table, chairs, audio solution, or microphone solution for the podium.
Maybe you could just like put no more chairs in your spot, right? You don't have to use the chair that's provided.
Do we need more chairs for this?
We brought over the ones from Lakeview Hall.
Okay,
We added, Corey added 11 additional chairs. I did not.
Almost 11, I think there's 10.
10 and a half chairs.
one of them not make it.
I don't know. I just thought they were
back of the thing.
I think they've been slowly disappearing. We have had more over there, and I think we might be disappearing. Not by me.
Do we need more chairs? Or,
Everything.
We have
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
chairs over
No.
there. We have less white chairs than we do the metal ones. The metal
For
ones.
space, we'll bring over the metal one.
All right.
that's all the new business that I would bring to the board today.
Got anything, Corey? Nothing at all?
Oh, I have something.
Okay.
I would like to put out a sign or something, like in the front and the back, just because I'm concerned that if we don't have anything posted, I have a lot of people that park in my lot and stuff, and when the guys mowing things, if there's any damages, I don't want us to be responsible. I'd like to order some kind of signage that, just like a park at your own risk situation. I think it's just smart, safety-wise.
Or just park on the street rather than in the parking lot.
Are you guys, but that's not gonna be something that we need to approve. I just wanted to bring it and make sure that you guys are okay with me ordering some signage and having the guys put it in the front and back. Just so that way, if something were to happen while they were mowing or plowing or salting, I just don't want any conflict. Okay, perfect.
I had one more thing to add to the zoning board activity.
Okay.
I know when I watch the county zoning boards, they have a projector that they use to present, the activities that they're reviewing. Do we need a projector?
Those aren't very expensive. Like you're talking
They're
about like the one that you
$200.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should have something like that. I was actually gonna suggest earlier today, I've thought about it. We could put a lot of stuff on that TV, but that TV is not a smart TV, so I can't cast anything to it. I know we got that for free,
Mhm.
and that's great. But, either something like that, or, I'm fine with the projector. It's honestly cheaper than a TV would cost, but
Right.
is it are you wanting something that you would just set on the table and we could present, or are
I'd
you
rather
wanting?
mount it to the ceiling so that it's not one more thing shining directly in our faces.
Well, then I would suggest at the next meeting to bring some,
You would add that to your list, projector.
price ideas for that and what you guys are looking for.
Or just you?
No, I think everybody can bring their price ideas.
Everybody should bring their price ideas.
Well, I need to
I'll put
know.
this in the
I
text,
got
no, I'll put this all in the text,
Okay.
what we're looking for, and then everybody gets.
Well, because then, you know, you guys might
Furniture,
have different
projector, I don't
styles. The projector thing, if you're not into that, don't worry about it. Zeb has one that he had purchased, and it came with a fold-up thing.
Yeah.
And
The fold-up thing works great.
when he got it, we had a meeting and we decided to just watch a movie on it, just to double check, like 10 seconds, 10 minutes of it or something like that.
I'll
Yeah,
rest
so I'm
it
like-
later.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but it was cost effective and did what needed to be done. So I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And we could always just like keep my door shut during the zoning meetings, so that way.
Project it there.
Mhm. Or put the thing there.
Yeah, I mean,
Screen.
I would assume for seating 11 people around a table, it might be circling the table.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
we don't have enough space for the giant U-shaped table that other organizations
I bet
have.
you that's probably expensive.
It probably is.
So bring those to the next meeting and then you guys can decide what you want. And then we'll have our, appropriation report for January then, so then we can figure out where we want to take that money from and how we want to do that and what the best way to utilize it is.
Awesome.
So what's your agenda as far as your meetings twice a month? Is the first Tuesday of the month, is that when you're gonna do your zoning and planning? And then the second, like today, when you do the
Financials.
town funds and, or?
It usually is the second, the second meeting of the month where you do our town financials and stuff like that. Generally how we've been doing it. But the zoning and planning activity, that's going to be up to the zoning and planning board once they're established, as to set that schedule themselves.
Yeah, if you want to make sure it's something that everybody that's on the board is able to accommodate.
Yeah.
But
I would recommend to them, whoever they end up being, that they do it in conjunction with the town board meeting so that we don't need to take 3 nights of the month out. Because 2 nights is already hard for people.
I'm gonna volunteer for the liaison, and I don't wanna be coming to 3 meetings.
No, I can't imagine it being more than once a month for that specific activity. But,
They typically meet once a month. You've got a zoning board, you've got a planning board.
Yep.
Now, having both of those boards meet on the same night could be challenging because,
there's activities that are sequential.
well, and the time of it and things of that nature. So, you know, you might, if you're trying to make one of them follow like this meeting,
Mhm.
you know, you could do the first meeting of the month could be your Board of Zoning Appeals, and your third meeting of the month, third Tuesday, I guess, if you're shooting for Tuesday, could be your Plan Commission. And, you know, but it
Yeah.
might be hard to do town board meeting, BZA meeting, Plan Commission meeting, back to back to back, if you got things on the agenda. Now, if there's nothing on the agenda, those meetings might be pretty short, but, you know, most places have those meetings on separate, like, there are places like, you know, first Tuesday is the town board, second Tuesday is the plan commission, third Tuesday is town board, fourth Tuesday is the BZA.
Yeah.
And so, yes, every Tuesday there is a meeting, or every Monday there is a meeting. I mean, that's how most of them do that. Because again, the time that could be involved, but you could possibly do, you know, one following your town board, but I don't know how, if you get agendas, you could get into situations where, you know, your meetings could end up being really late.
I know that the county, I don't know which specific boards that is, but sometimes they'll say, oh, this next boarding or the public hearing starting at 10:15 a.m. And, you know, they've taken an intermission in one of their meetings, adjourn one of their meetings to do the other thing because it's on the calendar for the specific
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Things like that. So it's possible, but I definitely hear you not recommending it.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't know, again, if they're gonna set if they're gonna set a schedule, they'll have to set a schedule that'll be, you know, every Tuesday at 7:30. So if it's after this, 6:30, you're gonna have to know that it's
Like 2 months ago?
It's just one of those things that, you know, they gotta do just like you guys, they gotta give a public notice of their schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, that's the schedule.
Yep.
But I understand the concept of, you know, wanting to not be here every Tuesday, so, you know, that's obviously appreciated. Especially if you or anybody else are on these bodies, you know, it's a lot of time.
It is.
I will agree with you, sir. Zeb, I don't know exactly where it went in this meeting to cover this point, but, I want to know that I have the town's permission to do what I did last year, print up a flyer for any post office and every village and every other place around, explaining to the people in this town what to do when that air raid siren goes off. If some of you might remember, last year I made up some
Yeah,
little
some
poster
print
boards, put them in the post office, and I also had, but I want to know, all right, if I have Angie print those up, I'm telling you what, would not have known how many people in this town had nowhere to go. The people in the trailer park, nowhere to go if that tornado siren goes off. They don't know that Mike's got a key to the back door of the school and that he can open it up and let people into the cafeteria. And he'll be the first one there if that tornado siren goes off, I guarantee you. That unless he's somewhere 20 miles away from St. Joe.
Basking in Florida.
Yeah, but, you know,
No, that's very,
we have the people out there in the trailer park that don't have the foggiest idea what to do or where to go. If they ever sign, they don't even know what it means.
So just to summarize, you're wanting to print off those flyers again and send them out? Or hand them out?
If it's all right, I want to make sure that I got town board people to ask Angie to do it.
Yeah,
if you get it to me, like the first 2 weeks of February, I will mail it out in the water bills. It won't cost me anything to
Cool.
print it off on the back or something and mail it out with the water.
Sure, you'll have it tomorrow.
I don't know if I want it tomorrow.
all right.
So I just want to make sure that I want simple, nobody's told us or anything else, because too many people don't know what that siren means, and even if they do know what the siren means, they wouldn't know what to do. But when that siren goes off and just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, my gosh, you better realize there's something wrong somewhere.
They don't get the water bill and do that. So the trailer park.
No, but I can talk to the guys and see if they'll post them on their doors or something.
No, I can do that too.
But I do think I'll post it here and in the post office
Andrew's next if you want to move on.
and ask if the restaurants, the gas stations or anything like that would be willing to post them. I don't mind doing that either.
Okay,
So, yeah, that's not a problem.
go ahead, Andrew.
Just a couple of things on your schedule. Actually, just until recently, Butler was on an every 2 month schedule typically, and we didn't always have a lot of topics in 2 months. We've just had a lot with comprehensive plan, et cetera. But you will likely not need a monthly schedule. You could probably go every 2 months. Permits, you're gonna give a lot of those just by right. They have the right to do this, here's your permit.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to go to any public hearing, it doesn't need to go to anywhere, it's done.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can do this because you can build a house, it's by right on this thing. Board of Zoning Appeals, I assume you would not have one, you would have a hearings officer, I would assume, because Board of Zoning Appeals pay that staff, you know, those people for each meeting seems silly when You're just not gonna have the volume to need that. So something to keep in mind. And the less meetings you have, the less you will have to, if you have a meeting every month, you're gonna have to pay all 9 members every month.
Yeah.
So just a couple of things to think about. We will go back to every 2 months, once we're done with some of our current activities, because we're not gonna see enough traffic to need one every month.
Yeah.
So,
That's good to know.
Play by ear then?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's,
It's gonna
the,
depend on the board
the
itself.
board itself
I
is
mean, it's
gonna,
not a decision that we can make.
Right.
That's why the plan commission went to a flat committee, so that when we have just those standards come in, there's only just a few of us meet
Okay.
to okay those.
they'll have to pay
You don't
everybody.
have to pay everybody to come in with just a.
very good.
Okay.
I did have a question, with us having, passed the, zoning districts. The question had previously come up around doing remodeling. I don't think remodeling is one of those items that ever required a permit to begin with, unless you were doing structural remodeling. Is that correct?
Inside
I
of
think it's
town?
electrical and plumbing,
What are you talking
I
about?
think.
Like if somebody had, a building that they were trying to remodel
Where is the building located?
With-
Makes a difference.
within,
If it's
the
in town,
within the ETJ, but not inside town.
So you would like to know if they need a permit for remodeling?
Yes.
They,
And
they have to have a
I don't
permit,
know off the top of my head, I would have to.
they have to have a permit for electrical and plumbing.
And anything
To-
structurally,
And
and any addition.
yeah,
I
but
don't think windows, do they?
Windows, a roof, if you're doing a roof yourself,
Okay.
siding, siding, if you're replacing damaged boards outside, you don't need anything. There's quite a few things going.
yeah,
It also depends if you're hiring it versus doing it yourself.
Right.
But it depends how big of a remodel it is.
Isn't it mainly like if you're changing like door size, window size, size of something, you're making something bigger or
Structure.
changing the
I don't
structural
have that information, we're gonna have to do some research on
And
that.
that's
Right,
because-
I was
that's
just
because you would
trying
have
to-
go get a
I
building
was going to
permit
motion
from the county.
that those types of items, like if you're not changing the footprint, that you can have
That's what he's trying to.
that we can allow that to continue forward immediately as opposed to waiting for the rest of the zoning and planning activity. Because that, that's another few weeks out.
Does town
And-
still use DeKalb County building?
Inside work right now would be very beneficial for folks that have inside work to do, that they want their permit for.
Zeb, before you go on to other business, I don't think I ever got an answer. Is it all right to do?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know. If you can motion that,
That was kind
it would
of,
have been really nice if you
As
told
far as
me,
the-
and I could have researched that prior to now, but I have no information to give you.
I talked to Mr. Weber a while back, about that question. Did you find the details to that as to whether or not, prior to the zoning and planning board being fully up and running, that we can allow for, remodeling permits of some sort to be automatically approved, meaning that we don't have to wait for the zoning planning board to be established?
You don't have to have the zoning and planning board to issue permits. That's not really gonna be their function, because those are allowed by your ordinance.
All right.
So that, I guess if you don't have a, building executive or something, it's gonna be technically upon the, I guess, the president technically to act in that capacity.
So I guess my question is, right
So
now,
the
in
answer is
town,
yes, you can issue permits.
in town, we use the DeKalb County building. So anything done in town, they have to go to DeKalb to do it.
No. We use the same form, but they don't have to go to Cal to do it.
Okay, so this is being blanketed inside the town also,
But everything that we've been doing is also that, yeah.
because that's what our last thing that we did was,
Right, I'm just trying to move along the process so that people that have remodeling activities are
I
able to do
think-
that.
Since Andrew's in the middle of doing that kind of stuff,
Andrew's got
maybe
some
he
feedback.
might have an insight that I don't.
If you guys use the county's building inspector,
Yes,
yes. You guys will be issuing improvement location permits which you will say, someone needs to do a roof. Technically, if you're doing it yourself, you don't need one. If you have a contractor do it, you do need a permit, which I always thought was kind of weird and kind of backwards. But you would give them an improvement location, they would then go to the county and get a building permit. So anything that needs a building permit. If you're doing siding, you typically don't need it. Pretty much everything Ben said was correct there. Like the windows, if you're changing it structurally and you need a building inspector to look at it, they will need to go get a permit. But if it's a by right activity, like I'm a city planner in Butler, but I have zero executive power. It's a job. I have no power, but since it's a by right permit, I say this fits all of the requirements and I get to sign for it. Same as the president could act as that, just like Eric said, and write that permit out. They would then have to go to the county if it requires a building permit.
Yeah.
And you guys can set what kind of permits, if you guys wanted to change when the planning commission came in, you could say, we would like a permit for this, and this, or we don't want it for these activities. Now, obviously, you want to keep an improvement location permit if it requires a building permit at the county. That way, there's a trail the whole way. You guys approved it, a county approved it, and then came back and did the inspection.
So I think that I would need, to present an ordinance in it for it to be passed for things that don't need, that permits that can be automatically
Who
done.
does the inspections?
It's Jeff Martin.
Okay, so that's the county.
That's for building.
Pays them.
They would have a deal every year.
Okay.
They pay him to do their inspections. That's what
So
that
that's,
is.
that comes back on the town.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm asking for?
Yeah,
Do you have any insights?
Yeah, I do think that you need to have an ordinance as to what is gonna require.
Yeah, I don't think you could just motion it.
Require, permits, I think is important to
You,
do.
like, I need like.
You guys are not gonna have your own building official.
Mhm.
That's not gonna be how you start out.
Right.
And you can align that with the county. So I live out in the county. I don't live in a city. So when I go and I want to do something at my house, I have to get an improvement location permit from the county. Then I have to get a building permit from the county. I have to do both as well, living in the county. So it makes sense for you guys to say, we need ILPs for all of these. Just do what the county does starting off.
Mhm.
You know, here's everything they want an ILP for, so we'll do an ILP. Here's everything they need a building permit for. We're obviously going to keep those. I mean, I would just copy them.
Yep. Just trying to move things along for anybody who might be wanting to work indoors this wintry season,
Right. Yeah, I get,
doing remodeling.
yeah, I understand that. And, you know, I guess you wanted to, issue, I guess you could issue a motion, but again, I don't know exactly which ones require permits, which ones don't. I mean, this is gonna be your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So, that's the question that comes up, is having some kind of a disagreement on what requires permits and what doesn't. I don't know, some places require fences to have permits, some places don't, some places, so, I think you have an ordinance in place right now that clearly sets forth what permits or what's required.
And we've got permitted, and special, request items in our, wherever it went. In our,
Eventually, you gotta
zoning
get that,
ordinance
you gotta get some ordinance in place that states that that those permits are gonna be applicable to the extraterritorial jurisdiction.
So, a couple weeks ago, while you were, you weren't in attendance last time,
Yeah.
we finished, doing the ETJ zoning ordinance. And, we've got, in there, we've got permitted uses and special exception uses. And, what I was driving towards was, remodeling, potentially not requiring things to wait for the board. That's all I was trying to get at, is trying to move things forward for the people that are currently being held up by the lack of a zoning planning board.
Well, yeah, zoning planning board's not going to have an impact on issuing permits for, those are not, for remodeling, things of that nature, unless there's something that requires an approval by the plan commission, like I'm trying to think off the top of my head what that could be. I mean, typically
Any addition,
typically on a remodel of a house, that's never gonna go before a plan commission.
Right.
You know, it's gotta be a development plan of some sort. So, you know, if you have something in place, I think, you know, you could have an ordinance here next meeting and you could establish, you know, if you're gonna apply that to the ETJ, you know, here's the list of permits and, you know, these will be applicable, and then you can start instituting that. But, once that's in place, then it's just, who's the person that's gonna sign the permit?
We can put that in the
And
ordinance as
are
well.
you gonna have the county also, does the county need to sign off on it also? I'm not sure about that in the ETJ, if they do or don't. Maybe they do, I don't know. But, you know, it's the ETJ jurisdiction.
Right.
So, you know, my recollection is that in other municipalities where there's ETJ, you know, there's usually a building official that does it. Of course, then you have to have a building inspector. If you don't, you're gonna have to suggestive contract out some agreement with somebody.
Yep.
It could be the county, or it could be another jurisdiction, it could be Butler. Somebody is gonna have to do those inspections. So.
All right, so what I got was I'm gonna need an ordinance that we'll present at the next meeting in order to move those forward quickly.
Yeah.
Right, I'll work on that.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to tell your clerk treasurer before you bring
Yes.
stuff like that, so I can.
I'll make sure it goes up on the agenda.
Yeah, thanks.
So what you're requesting is just for remodel permits? Because
I was initiating the conversation based on remodel permits, but
Why
not
not?
exclusively.
all permits that are,
I wasn't trying to exclude all of the permits. That was just the conversation initiation. That's
so
all.
what I'm asking is it for all permits? That,
We don't know
We don't
because
know
we
yet.
haven't
because you
created
have a
it.
moratorium that says
Yeah, everything.
no permits.
Right.
And now we're gonna
We're,
open up just a
Just
remodel
we're
permit?
trying to get things flowing. That's all we're trying to do. And we
Why would
just
you
had a
open
conversation. It's
all
an open
permits up?
conversation. That's what the conversation was for.
That's what I'm asking, why not all permits?
That's what the
Why-
conversation was for. Was to discuss, that specific subject. Like what can we do and what can we not do?
I actually was just gonna ask if I can ask a question of the town lawyer.
Yeah.
And I believe because it was, can we open up a moratorium to certain things? So it doesn't involve the plan commission. I'm wondering if they could redo the moratorium to say, we're gonna start issuing all by right permits, because these are by right zoning things now that we have our district. We're gonna wait on all the plan commission
Yep.
stuff, so like rezones and things like that to take plan commission
Yep.
review.
Yeah, they
Wait on
probably,
those.
they probably can do that. I think they gotta identify what those are.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was driving
As
at.
you're sitting here right now, I'm sure you don't know what all permits, I mean.
I don't have it memorized.
Remodel is obviously one, that's
I would
pretty
just copy
obvious.
the county, just
Yeah.
ask the county for their list.
But, and, you guys have a list of permits, so again, let's look at that.
Yeah, we've got a list of town permits,
Right,
but we're
make sure you got everything covered.
Yep.
That needs to be covered so that
trying to open it up as
when you
broadly as
do,
we
yeah, when
possibly
you do- When
can.
you do open it up, you're not gonna have something missing that you intended to wanna have available,
Right.
okay? Don't leave fences off, whatever it may be, I can't think of everything right now that
That-
may be. but-
That was the intent with initiating that conversation. I realize I specifically mentioned
Uh,
one specific thing, but the intent was to initiate that conversation to find out what the extent could possibly be. Trying to make it as open as possible and move things forward.
Andrew worded it better.
I agree. Andrew's been at this a lot longer than I have.
Which one are you worried about?
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
saying,
obviously have a concern about one, is there one specifically that you're worried
I'm
about?
just saying, we're gonna,
All the
why
ones
would
that
we
did
just
without a
pick
permit.
one sector
All of them?
of permits? Why not
Okay.
open all
Everyone?
permits?
I was just asking questions.
Ideally, the stuff that you got a stop work order on would, we'd be able to get those moving. Because ideally, the things you got a stop work order for would be able to start moving
I don't
forward.
have a stop work order.
Okay, this isn't
Sure.
on our agenda for tonight.
Just a minute.
At all.
You accused me of a stop work order. I don't have one.
It's not on our agenda.
It's not our agenda.
You're making stuff up again, dude.
You don't have, yeah.
I just had one thing, the compost, I know I talked to Angie.
Did you give it?
Yeah, I have the
I
calendar.
messaged her the same thing, as
Okay.
I did, just to let you guys know. Compost is finally getting ground up and mulch, so we're gonna start.
And we have
off
their
this year.
info.
Good,
so-
we did get the name of who does it, the phone number, contacts, so I asked Angie to make a mental note and write it down somewhere, so if and when,
I wrote one down.
we need to call them, and just let them know, hey, we're hitting it.
Well, I don't want to lose
We
it.
didn't have any metal in there? We didn't have any problems with that? Good.
As far as I know, I try and pick out what I can when I push it up, so. That's all
I got the tires and stuff taken care of. Can you have Carrie put on there a thank you to Jeff because he will not let me pay him?
Okay, so you would like put on our Facebook or our website or something?
Mhm.
Thank you for Jeff for taking the tires for
Yes.
the town. Okay, I can do, yes, I can
Thank
do
you.
that.
Tree compose. What happened at Ben's with the stop sign?
Remember he had come to the meeting
Yeah.
and reached out
Are we
to,
moving it? or-
no, it's to a private drive. You're talking about this one over here?
No, we're here by his house.
His house.
Oh.
He wants us to move forward because he's
Moving
still
across
parking the
street
truck
is like
there.
4th Street.
I was on the wrong subject. He also reached out to NDOT to have the stop sign removed there to his private drive. I thought that's what you meant. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
That's
No.
okay. I just didn't
It's
hear
the
it.
one, Whitney, you go to Whitney and Railroad, it's at the end.
Mhm.
We're gonna do the same to that over there. So it's at the end, so when they come around. the
We're
stop
going
sign's
to?
in front.
Like, if we just need to
That
do
was-
so. That was already discussed at a previous meeting.
I just didn't hear the outcome, so I just see he's still parking there, so I wanted to know what we're
It needs
doing.
to be moved to the center of the street where
But we
we're,
still need
Is
the
that a
same
you
distance. It still needs to be the 30 feet.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah, it
you?
does.
That we do that? Because it's not on the main road. right?
Yeah, it's our,
Okay,
it's our stop sign.
so we'll have to plan that out.
Probably when it gets a little.
yeah.
Yeah, when the
Falls out.
ground's not.
Okay. All right.
If
then.
that's what we're doing, then you just let me know, if we're just moving it to the end of the, other side of the road, then
Middle of the road.
that's
Okay.
what
Like I
we're
said, that's the way that's been for
Mhm.
years.
Yeah, and I think
If
that's a
that
great
works,
idea,
yeah.
but you have to be able to get down deep enough that
Right.
you can put it in there and it not be ran over the next day and knocked over. So,
Okay.
doing. Ran over again.
et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, you don't want a washer and dryer over there.
I don't know where we put it.
So do you have like an idea of something that we can do? If we can ever get a hold of them to cancel.
Billy's laundromat.
Do you have a laundromat?
I got a lot of ideas for this town. I just need-
A laundromat's a great idea.
Oh, I know it is. I got properties to
But
do.
until then,
I don't, I mean, if you guys are gonna cancel, you're talking to you first. I mean, I told them, hey, take everything and
but you still need the cloths and stuff, so if you don't want a washer and dryer over there, then
Billy,
we need
if
to come up
anything-
with something.
if anything, we just,
all the way around.
buy our own or
Aluminum
make sure we just have
building
good
down
towels.
there all the way
Do
around.
what we need to do, throw away stuff.
I put that in so
We can-
Would that be better
This
though?
way it can be put in anywhere.
Depending on the situation.
Well, maybe you just need to think about it and let me know, because what can we do?
A lot of
Try
times
and-
on
If
them
you got any
rags,
questions about it,
mainly,
call.
the things that we use are the
Right, I
rags.
did
Yes.
all the electrical in there.
Well, that's what Sam said he would wash them, but you say,
I think if we purchase our own rags, we use them, but not excessively.
What about the
So-
disposable ones?
You could buy
well,
the
that's what I'm
throwaway
asking,
ones.
like, that'll be just the same?
I
for
mean,
you
if
guys?
we're, it's gonna be at least cost effective to what we're paying every month
Oh,
for them to
yeah,
wash them.
that's what, oh, yeah, for them to wash them would be pretty cheap.
No, for them to wash them and bring new ones. That's all they're
Not
doing.
them, I'm talking, if
Yeah, I'm talking
Sam
about
was doing
Univers.
it for free, then that would be different.
I'm talking about Univers,
Oh,
taking
yeah.
them, washing them and bringing us new ones.
Yeah, well, the issue that
because-
we're having with the old place was we kept on getting metal shavings in them.
Yeah,
We were getting that too.
Yeah,
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
it's because they take them from everywhere where they have the service and they wash
We
them together.
actually got, like shirts and stuff back that had like cigarettes and stuff
Mhm.
in our stuff too, so. But with pertaining to the rags, we can always buy rags at Home Depot or Walmart, they're gonna be cheap enough. And we don't use them,
Excessively.
excessively, so. I mean,
Okay,
But I've told them to take everything and they don't. And
I know, and they're charging us, they keep upcharging, so, but they won't
The thing
answer.
is they're
for us
not
to even
showing up
cancel.
either.
I would recommend
We've been
sending an
trying
official
for
letter.
months, and we can't get them to answer.
I would recommend sending an official letter. Would you like to make that motion?
Yes. Oh, I'm making a motion. Please send a certified letter to them.
You want a certified letter or just a letter?
One word, you can prove that they received it.
I would say the certified, so, that, yeah, they
Okay.
have to sign and make sure that they got it.
On the other hand, they don't show up all the time, so.
Well, but they're still charging us all the time.
I know.
And it's not even our contracted price, so I don't know how they
No,
can do
they
that.
got the contract
Yeah,
price.
so, doesn't make any sense to me how they can do that, but, yeah, let's get that canceled. We're gonna talk about that, okay. What about the park cameras? Do you, like, is that better? Not better?
Do we have any cameras at the park?
No, you wanted cameras up.
Yeah, I wanted cameras at the park. But, we haven't discussed it anymore.
I know. Do we still need to put them down? Still having damage?
I mean, I would think there should be at least two of them down there, yeah. One in Big Grebe over the two boats facing
So,
out. all of them.
can we add that and we can like look at prices for that? Okay, then that's everything from all the back meetings.
Have a good night.
We probably are gonna have to raise our washer price down here. We've been talking about that for a couple months.
Can't do anything until we start the water project.
Okay, then.
And that,
Okay, that's right.
Okay.
We talked about that after that, okay. Okay, that's all I have.
Well, you're in charge of the meeting.
Does anybody else have anything?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Different subject you touched on a little bit, and the problem with sewer smell in the village in the Dole.
Yes,
Did they find, Terry said he did a smoke test in the
Yeah,
December.
they found quite a
yeah.
few. They found quite a few.
In case they report something different, I want to be prepared.
Cleanouts in some folks' front yards where it goes to the sewer.
Didn't have
Some of the caps were broken, and that was releasing sewer gases
Okay.
at ground
Been
level.
fixed, that's the important thing.
Yep.
Did we
Thank
say
you.
anything else about the last block to you? Yeah, like that.
it's not our business. That's the problem. That is their own utility. We don't have any control over it. We don't have to like it the way they run it, but it's not our deal.
No, but they're in our town, so they can find out.
I get it. They complain to me all the time.
Well, and he sat there
And you
looking
know what I do?
dumbfounded.
I say, I don't have anything to do with the sewer bill.
Mhm.
Royalty, you're gonna have to go to sewer. I get it. It sucks. I agree, but it is not ours to manage. We have no jurisdiction towards them or over them.
Okay, then I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
It's 8:02.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Deb, I need your help.
With
You're gonna think I'm stupid, but I've done everything I can humanly possibly do. Oh, stop. Randy, did he leave?
No, he didn't leave, he's in there.
Okay, you're good. I just need Randy to actually take his stuff from the thing.
So I believe in our previous meeting.
You wanna pick something out of the
It was either
basket?
you or your dad mentioned there was a stop work being sent to you.
Well, A and Z sent it
It might
for
have been your dad.
You just,
so she wanted everybody to
It
take
did
a
that-
it did its purpose. I wasn't
seeing the whole
it wasn't me.
You were the one who went to go file the
You
permit.
jerk.
You went to go file
Yeah,
the permit on the
For the
17th.
record.
Dad went to go file. the
Did you want something?
That's not.
You don't
what the
want
permit
Hey,
said.
I don't have
So that
this.
you were there filing the permit.
Want to still record all of these?
Dad was there.
Well, keep it recording so that we can see the secret meetings.
I was not
happening over
filing
there.
the permit.
Because he's.
And you're accusing me of it.
Specifically has a stop work order on it, that you were working on.
I
meant that's how we can see.
did not get a stop work order. Continue.
Continue, the meeting's over.
In your Robert rule